I'm about to turn 40. Yes, that's 4 decades of living, learning, failing, and of course, growing. And if I could go back and talk to my 20-year-old self, well, or even my 30-year-old self, there are things I'd tell him, hard truths that took years to understand, lessons that shaped me from an insecure workaholic boy from a small town in the Philippines to a man of success and balanced growth. Now, living in London, one of the greatest cities in the world. But here's the thing, I can't go back. In fact, none of us can. So instead, I'm sharing them with you. So over the next 4 weeks, I'm breaking down 40 life lessons I've learned in 40 years. Each week, I'll be talking about 10 lessons with different topics: life and purpose, career and money, love and relationships, and well-being and personal growth. Today, we're starting with the foundation, life and purpose. These are the lessons that shaped how I see the world, how I make decisions, and how I keep moving forward, even when things get hard. So if you're ready, let's dive in. Welcome back to my channel, JP the Pursuer. Again, I'm JP the Pursuer of sustainability in career, in business, and in life. If you're new here, this channel is all about helping you build a career, a business, and a life that's sustainable. Not just financially successful, but balanced, fulfilling, and built to last, while making an impact to the world. Last week, I introduced this channel and this special series. Today, we're kicking it off properly. This is week 1 of my 40 Life Lessons by 40 series, Life and Purpose. Let's get into it. Getting out of your comfort zone changes everything. I live in London now, but I actually came from a small, humble, but beautiful town called Diet. Wait, you must be wondering, where the heck is that? It's in the Philippines, where I'm originally from. How did I get here from there? Well, it required me to get out of comfort zones several times. Have you heard of this saying, once you leave home, you'll never be the same again? Well, that's true. And you don't even need to move countries. Sometimes just moving out to live on your own in a different city or town, it will change you. Even when you travel, it changes you. Here's what I learned. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The moment you feel too comfortable, you stop evolving. Growth only happens when you're willing to feel a little comfortable, a little uncertain, a little scared. If you're waiting to feel ready before you make a move, you'll wait forever. The magic happens outside your comfort zone, always. And that uncomfortable leap, it taught me something else important. The biggest risk is not taking any. We spend so much time trying to avoid risk, don't we? We calculate, we overthink, we wait for the perfect moment. But here's the irony. Playing it safe is actually the riskiest thing you can do. I've seen it too many times. People stay in jobs they hate because it's safe. They don't pursue their dreams because what if it doesn't work out? And you know what happens? Years pass, regrets sets in, and they realize the biggest risk wasn't failure. It was never trying at all. Look, I'm not saying to be reckless, but I'm saying this. Calculated risks are how you build an extraordinary life. You need to conquer fear of taking risks. How? Change your perspective. Instead of asking yourself, what if it didn't work? Ask yourself, what happens when it works? That shift in thinking, it gave me the courage to start things even when it wasn't ready. You don't need to have it all figured out to begin. Whether at work or in life, the most difficult part is the beginning. You'd think there are many reasons, but there's actually just one: fear. This fear can manifest as excuses or perfectionism. I can't start because I'm busy. I can't start because I have kids, because I have no money, and so on. Our brain is so clever, it always makes an excuse just to keep you in your comfort zone. We're afraid of the unknown results of the change we're making because we're starting something. Sometimes we wait and wait and wait just for things to feel right, to look right, to be ready, or to be perfect before we start. This is the dumbest thing to do, and I'm guilty of this myself. many times. Why? Because I was afraid to be rejected, to be judged, or to fail. I know saying just start or just do it is easier said than done. But if you're experiencing any of these fears that are hindering you from doing something, going somewhere, or talking to someone, the first thing you need to do is go in front of the mirror and tell yourself, you got this. Believe. Battle your fears with faith. Start with your mindset, because what's in your mind, what your mind says, your body will follow. Even when you do start, you have to make sure you're starting for the right reasons. Success means nothing if you lose yourself. I mean, do you even know yourself? Because many people don't even know who they are and what they want in life. There were many opportunities actually that presented to me, asking me to abandon my dreams, my core beliefs, only to have an easy life, get that quick financial freedom, get that promotion, be in a relationship due to social pressure. Luckily for me, I've always been the type of person who knows what he wanted. Although sometimes I would admit I slipped and didn't listen to what my gut was telling me. Looking back, all those times when I chose success without considering my core values, they all led me to hurting myself. And sometimes other people involved as well, emotionally, financially, physically. Honestly, I don't know how some people can live with this. So before defining success, where you want to go or who you want to be, you have to understand where you are now. Sometimes it's easy for us to make goals to reach success, whether in career or in business or in relationships, without even being secure with who we really are. Instead of beating yourself up only to get that six-figure income, that dream house or fancy car, ask yourself, why do you want it? Do they align with your core beliefs? Instead of endlessly chasing the man or woman of your dreams, ask yourself, do I love and accept myself for who I am? Do I know what I want in life? It's similar to driving. In your navigation map, you have to know where you are now, your point A, and where you want to go, your point B. So then you'll know the right path to reach it without getting lost in the process, right? So if you just keep driving without knowing the right path, you'll end up wasting your energy and time. Hope it's not too late before you realize that. If you don't fully know yourself, love yourself, and accept yourself, then today is the day to start. And when you do know yourself, you will realize that the journey matters just as much as the destination. The right pace matters more than speed. I remember when I was in my early 20s and I tried so hard to move and settle in Canada as soon as I could. This Canadian dream, if there's such a thing, which seemed to be common for many Filipinos like me who wanted a better life abroad. But honestly, growing up, I never really dreamt of leaving the Philippines. It only started when my manager migrated there with his family. I saw his success and happiness through photos on Facebook, which inspired me to make it a goal to move there. I was so determined to go there as soon as possible because I thought the sooner I got there, the sooner I could settle and have a happy, successful, comfortable life. So as a goal-getter, I was determined to do everything. I researched, I talked to people, took the IELTS multiple times, tried to apply for the skilled workers visa several times. I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating. However, I still fell short of the required scoring threshold for many reasons. Lack of experience, no family there, no master's degree, and so on. So I went to this agency recommended by a friend, but it turned out to be, yeah, you guessed it right, it was a scam. So desperate, I went to my dad for help, but I didn't get help. What I got was a lesson I still value now. He said, why are you rushing to settle? You're still young. Explore the world, enjoy life, learn more. A lot has happened after, but fast forward, obviously, I didn't end up living in Canada. It took me about 10 years, thousands of dollars, and many tears before realizing that it was never my dream in the first place. It was my manager's dream. And I missed that because I was too busy rushing to make that dream into reality. If you're pursuing a dream now, take a pause and check if you're at the right pace. And you'll know it's right for you if it's something you can sustain now and in the future. That painful lesson also taught me to embrace failure differently, which is the next lesson. If you fail once, be grateful 3 times. I'm turning 40 years old soon, and that means 40 years of experiencing many failures and rejections. The longer we live, the more failures we'll experience, and we should be grateful for that because of these 3 reasons. 1, failing on something means you've bravely taken action to achieve your goals. Many people aren't even courageous enough to dream, let alone take action to make it happen. Whether it's a success or not, celebrate the hard work you put in. Then learn how to do it better next time. 2, rejection doesn't mean you're a failure. It means either not yet, you're not ready for it yet, or not for you because there's something or someone much better than what you're dreaming of. Remember, every rejection is life's redirection. 3, every failure is a lesson. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. If you've experienced a hard fall and felt like it's the end of the world, let me tell you this. Everything will be okay. Cry if you will, take a break if you will, eat your comfort food if you will, but never ever give up. Think of failures as fire. It's painful when you touch it, but it also refines you and brings out the finest version of you. I was in this situation in 2017. I was failing in my relationship, job security was uncertain, and my hope of a successful life in Canada, as you know, which I'd been pursuing for nearly 10 years, wasn't really working. But I didn't give up, and I'm grateful to my past self for that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here where I am now. My life isn't free from challenges and far from perfection, but I'm happily married, living in our own cozy house in London with a sustainability job that's personally fulfilling for me and rewarding as well. And I'm running small businesses on the side, able to have fun and travel once in a while, surrounded with amazing friends who eventually became our family. And most of all, at 40, I am healthy mentally and physically. For that, I'm genuinely grateful. But you know what? Age is just a number. Yes, you can start late and still win big. Colonel Sanders started KFC at 62. Vera Wong started fashion at 40. Julia Child wrote her first cookbook at 50. The best time to start was yesterday, and the second best is now. So don't compare your timeline to others. There's no such thing as starting late. As long as you live, you can still pursue your dreams. And if you don't have a dream now, then have one. Don't base your potential or on your age, your location, or your money. Base it on your passion and mindset. My master's degree, settling down and buying my first home here in London, getting married, starting an online business, all these happened in my late 30s, literally just in the past 3-5 years. And some of them was even during the pandemic. So if a normal person like me did it, I know you can too. And it all starts with a decision. Stop delaying. But here's what keeps me going through it all. Gratitude will always ground you. Be grateful. I'm sure you've heard of this many times from many people. It's very easy to say, say thank you when things in life are going well. But have you ever wondered why it's difficult to be grateful when things aren't going well? The answer is simple. They just don't feel worth thanking for. It doesn't feel right. And that's okay. Don't fake it. Don't suppress that feeling. It's actually healthy to recognize those negative emotions just because things aren't going well. So How can we be grateful in the midst of failure, sadness, or bad news? The answer is also simple. Change your perspective. Refocus or rewire your mind to look at the good things in life, whether they're in the past or the present, that are worth being thankful for. I'm sure, 100% sure, everyone has this. Even the smallest thing, I'm grateful for my pictures. I'm grateful for my fridge. It keeps my food fresh. I'm grateful for having a phone to communicate with my wife, my loved ones. Practice this daily. Write down 3 things, anything under the sun, anything you're grateful for each day. You'll see how your life becomes brighter in the midst of darkness. Everyone around you will see it. But gratitude alone isn't enough if you're still seeking validation from others, which is the lesson number 9. You don't need everyone's approval, just your own. For years, I made decisions based on what other people would think. Would they approve? Would they be impressed? And you know what? It was exhausting and it just never worked. Because the truth is, you'll never please everyone. Someone will always have an opinion. Someone will always doubt you. Someone will always think you should have done it differently. But their approval isn't really required. The only approval you need is your own. The only validation that matters is knowing you're living in alignment with your values, your purpose, your vision. So stop waiting for permission. Stop seeking applause. Start trusting yourself. You don't need everyone's approval, just your own. And when you trust yourself and stop seeking external validation, you discover something beautiful, which leads to lesson 10. Happiness is built, not found. The biggest lie we're told is this: I'll be happy when I get the promotion, when I make more money, when I find the right person, when I achieve the goal. But here's what I've learned after 40 years. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a practice. It's built through daily habits, gratitude, connection, purpose, even rest, and of course, growth. That's not something you find at the end of the journey. It's something you cultivate along the way. The happiest moments of my life weren't at the finish line. They were in the process, the small wins, in the quiet mornings with myself, in the meaningful conversations with my family, my friends, and colleagues, in the quality time I spent with my wife, every time I got to save money and make investments for the future, and in all the work that felt aligned. So stop postponing your happiness. Stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. Just start. Start building it now. One choice at a time, one moment at a time. Because happiness isn't found, it's built. It's something you cultivate. And that's week 1, life and purpose. 10 lessons that shaped how I see the world and how I move through it. Next week, I'll be sharing more valuable lessons I've learned in my 40 years of life. But we'll be focusing on career and money. These lessons have helped me build a career that actually fulfills me, make smart financial decisions, and learn what it really takes to create sustainable wealth. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. If these lessons resonated with you, please hit that like button below and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the series. And hey, drop a comment below. Which lesson hit you the hardest? Or maybe you have a life lesson of your own you'd like to share? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating this milestone with me. Again, I'm JP, the pursuer of sustainability in career, business, and life. See you next Sunday. Cheers!